Okay, and welcome back. That was actually a great session. Went through a lot of different things with push notifications, tiles, everything like that. We have Erez with us. Hi, Erez. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks so much for joining us live and taking questions. We actually have right away the first question that we have in the chat, which actually was one I was going to ask you myself. There's lots of demos and code that you went through in the session. Is there anywhere specific that everyone can go to and look up the code?
Yeah, I'm gonna upload all the code to my blog, to my SkyDrive. You can find it on my blog, Craving for Technology on WordPress. You can find it there in about half an hour.
Perfect. All right. And so, yeah, guys, the chat is now open. By all means, get your questions over to Ez in the meantime. One question for you. If we
hmm
look at push notifications and we look at live tiles from a code perspective, we just look at the idea of it in general. Do you find that that's actually something that Windows Phone developers take advantage of, or it's one of those features that are there that kind of people know about, but not enough people take advantage of?
I think most of the applications I see take advantage of tile notifications, live tiles and push notifications. I think it's something that should be used for every application. Every application can take advantage of it and save on battery power and keep me up to date. I can see it on many applications, and the ones I don't, I miss it.
It's just like one of those things that's become a staple. You just kind of have it, and which is actually
Yeah.
great advice, though, because as a developer for a Windows Phone application, if that's the expectation that's actually becoming of users, that those live tiles are going to be there, it's almost like developers who don't use it are actually missing out, but more importantly, are not delivering the type of expectation that users have.
Exactly. Exactly. The user should be able to keep updated all the time, and we can do it. We can do it and still save on battery power.
And is there a certain time limit in terms of how often you can update the tile?
No, you can update the tile. If you'll bombard the MPNS with messages, it will slow you down. But you can update the tile for as much as you need within reason.
Right, and of course, keeping in mind at the end of the day, you're still using the user's data plan, right? So you want to make sure that you're respective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have a question from Windows Phone fan. How easy is it to be push notification aware from within an XNA game?
Well, it's very easy. You can just go. You do just the same registration as you do on Silverlight. You just do it on the initialize method. And once you go onto the initialize method of the XNA game, you just register just the same way you do it on Silverlight. By the way, on UpHub on create.msdn.com, you can find an application that a demo application that does that. I do remember I found one, and you can download it from there and use it.
And that was create.msdm.com, right?
Yep.
Cool. And then, of course, another question we have advise on building web services that will be called from Windows Phone. Larry, I'm not sure what you're asking. I think it's more maybe give some advice on how to build web services that can be called from Windows Phone.
It should be web services, as far as I understand. It should be just simple web services because Windows Phone enables you to call web services. So it should be simple web services and nothing complicated, and it will work.
And of course, I heard this, someone told me this, let me know if it's true or not, but in the response back from the web services, probably the best in terms of communication back and forth, we're looking at JSON, right? So to minimize those data packages.
Yeah, that would be the best way.
Yeah, and then also just Larry, to put it out there for you, if you are in fact thinking about web services for Windows Phone, great place to put them is Windows Azure, and actually we'll have a session on that coming up on Tech Days TV about how you can actually integrate web services on Azure with Windows Phone. So actually, we're coming up right on time. Erez, thanks so much for handling all the questions. Again, for those of you guys in the chat, if you do think of questions after today's show, by all means, you can post them in the Canadian Developer Connection group on LinkedIn.